Epsom. Colder than the Grand National at Aintree, say all seasoned racegoers. And here to make sure that you enjoy the derby in cinema comfort are Pathe News cameramen, some with telephoto lenses, surveying the whole course. It's unique, this Epsom Classic. Greatest race in the world, little changed in this age of cars from the Cockneys' glorious day out it was 100 years ago. Mankind bent on enjoyment. Wherever the cameras point, they find people in the mass, in small groups, occasionally in ones and twos. It's lovely grub they've relished at the derby. Who knows for how many years Londoners have revelled in an Epsom dish of jellied eels. On this diet, on this day, they're letting their hair down, if not their whiskers. Racing's venerable prophet, the great Monolulu, has a horse, but some don't know it. Reading the near future calls for more and more ingenuity every year. But Pretty Paul is saying nothing. Let's forget all about winners for a few minutes and just absorb the derby atmosphere. Some of the lads of the village are having a great time, too busy to let the wagon train fugitive guess their age. Another facet of the day, novel facilities for the powdering of multitudes of noses. Worth every penny. Had you almost forgotten the racing? The stage is set. The Prime Minister and his friends are here, for this is the day that belongs to all. Setting the seal on a royal day, the Queen and Duke arrive. In all the vast assembly, there's no greater lover of racing than the Queen herself. As always, she goes to the paddock to see the cream of the season's 3-year-olds. Relco, of course, is the favourite. How can he lose, ask his supporters. Colosseum, one to forget, unless one can't resist an outsider. And now come the most important men of the day, the jockeys. Each one is hoping that in half an hour or so, he may have ridden the winner and added to his fame. Credo has P. Matthews up. Much better fancied is Sir Foster Robinson's Merchant Ventura, ridden by Greville Starkey. You can almost feel the excitement mounting now. The off is timed for 3:20, and there's almost a frenzy of betting. In fact, many of the layers report heavier business than for 10 years. Fern, champion jockey Scovey Breesley up, is to run after all, the previous day's rain having softened the going. So that makes a field of 26. One to take note of is Mr. McGrath's Tarkogan, Willie Smith in the saddle. From the royal box to the humblest spectator on the rails, all eyes are now turned to the start. And at first, there's no indication of anything very unusual. You can expect the highly strung horses to be keyed up and a bit mettlesome, but it soon becomes more than that, and looks as if the 1963 Derby will be remembered for this much delayed start. Hullabaloo is the culprit, and nothing that even his famous jockey Eve Smith can do is able to calm him down. Eventually, Smith dismounts, but it seems that Hullabaloo doesn't want any of this derby. At last, they really are off. After that ordeal at the gate, there's a mile and a half of this very difficult course to negotiate before the derby's won. As they go up the hill, they're so bunched together that nothing can yet indicate the outcome of the race. One good thing about seeing the start, a quick scamper, and you can see a bit more of the race. As they pass the bushes, Iron Peg and Hyacinth are just in the lead, with Credo, Tarkogan, Relco and Corpora all well up. Round Tattenham Corner they come to the crucial last stages of the race, where nearly every derby is decided. now that the French champion jockey Yves and Martin, lying third, gives Welko his head. The favourite passes Tarkogan and Merchant Venturer and strides on, proving to all the world that he really is the great horse his admirers have claimed him to be. Welko looks as if he could go for another mile. He's so far in front, it's almost ceased to be a race. And by 6 lengths, Welko simply runs away with the Derby. From everybody, there's unreserved admiration as the French horse is led in. Only the reluctance to believe that a favourite will win the Derby made the profits doubtful about his chances. "21-year-old Yves and Martin rode like the master he is. He said he never had any trouble and knew from the beginning he was going to win. Well, not even Cassius Clay could be more confident than that.